We have a great show today. I'm not going to do much NBA, but this needs to be noted. This was significant. Congratulations to Ryan Saunders. I work with his father, the late, great Flip Saunders. Wonderful man. I worked with him at the other place. He passed away. He was a pleasure to work with and just a sweetheart of a man. His son is Ryan Saunders. He won his first game last night. He's the coach now of the Minnesota Timberwolves, which is really cool. He's a young man, and he won his first game. It was Russell Westbrook. Excuse me? So that was an air ball. For our radio listeners who didn't hear the ball hit the rim, it didn't. That second three was an air ball, and he was open. This is why Kevin Durant left OKC. 175 NBA players have shot 93s this year. Westbrook is 175th. Since December 1st, James Harden is the leading scorer in the NBA, and Paul George is second. Paul George last night had hit 5 threes. Paul George is an elite three-point shooter, and he was reduced to catching Russell Westbrook's air ball. Why is Russell Westbrook still shooting threes? Why is he still shooting 5 a game? He's shooting 23% on the year. And by the way, his 5 per game are the most of his career. Paul George is a better shooter. Nobody would deny that. He's not getting any looks at the end of games because the Oklahoma City Thunder have enabled and are terrified to say, Russell, stop shooting those. This is why Kevin Durant said, I'm out. This is why they had to move James Harden. You can't play with him. Paul George is an elite catch-and-shoot player, one of the best in the league. He's 6'8". Generally 6'8" guys get a good look at the end of games. They're long. He's a great shooter. He was hot. He almost always is since December 1st. Second in the NBA after James Harden, who's also red hot. You would not avoid Russell. If James Harden played, wouldn't you give him the last shot on this team? Why wouldn't you give Paul George? This is what Oklahoma City has done. At one point, think about this. Oklahoma City had James Harden, Westbrook, and Kevin Durant. And their management chose not the MVP Harden, not the second best player in the league, Russell Westbrook. And as the game has evolved into a shooter's league, Oklahoma City is now officially the worst three-point shooting team in the league. And symptomatic of that is last night. Russell Westbrook, they designed plays for Russell Westbrook. And Paul George was reduced to catching his air ball. 10 years in the league, an air ball on an open three. You want to know why KD left? You want to know why there's that video out of KD laughing a couple years ago at Russell Westbrook jacking up threes? This is it. When you are a fear-based organization, and Oklahoma City is petrified that Harden and Kevin Durant now gone, they can't tick off Russell Westbrook, this is what you get. I'm not a hater for pointing out something that is true. 175 NBA players have shot 93s or more this year. He's 175th. And yet the organization, knowing that, designed the final 2 shots last night because they wanted him to be a hero. They did. They wanted him to be the star. This is why I said, Paul George, be careful. Congrats on the extra bank. Congrats on the lettuce. But guys have played with him, and they left, and that's why.